So later today, an unprecedented event, the White House Crypto Summit, is going to take place. The key question is what will really happen? What will we really get out of that? Will we get anything that really moves the needle on crypto right now? Crypto feels like it's stuck in quicksand. We're not really going anywhere. We're just kind of mired, if you will. That's a good word of the day, mired. Um, so this just came out a few minutes ago, coming from Cointelegraph. Trump's crypto summit will discuss adding Bitcoin and four other coins to the U.S. Strategic Reserve. Attendees reveal. Now, what got my attention here was the U.S. Strategic Reserve. That's what got my attention because ultimately, that's probably the real reserve that matters because of the impact it will have on crypto on a global stage. And I'm going to give you more around that here in just a minute. But before we do that, I have to address what transpired last night. Trump signed an executive order that established the fact that the 200,000 seized Bitcoin that the United States government has, he wants to, number one, stop the selling of that. They don't want to sell any more of it. And he wants to add that into and create a reserve around that. What I think is confusing people is that they want to ultimately fund the reserves through budget neutral means. And I think that's kind of confusing people. What I take away from that is that they're going to keep the seized Bitcoin and some other assets, but they're going to keep the seized Bitcoin. And if slash when they decide to make additional acquisitions, they are going to fund it through budget neutral means, which means to me that it will not cost the taxpayers anything. So they're going to come up with creative ways to fund it so that it will not cost you and I as taxpayers anything to add to this this reserve. Now, this reserve that you see on the screen is not the same thing as the United States Strategic Reserve. I've been saying this in a lot of videos, guys. I've been talking to you guys about this, and I've been saying, look, the U.S. Strategic Reserve is the old school U.S. Strategic Reserve that's been around for a long time. It's our gold is in that strategic reserve. Things like, of course, there's always the question of like, how much gold is there really in Fort Knox? Remember that whole narrative? We'll see about that as that story unfolds. But adding Bitcoin and four other coins to the U.S. strategic reserves, that is intriguing. And that's what I've been saying the whole time. And why I've been saying that is if the official announcement comes out that the United States is going to add Bitcoin to its U.S. strategic reserve, which again is not the same thing as taking these 200,000 seized Bitcoin and saying we're going to hold these. Okay. Again, this is what look, guys, I'm dealing with the information I have at hand right now. Okay. I'm just trying to get my way through this. If the United States decide to add Bitcoin and four other assets to the U.S. strategic reserve, that's different. And I've been saying in videos that adding Bitcoin to the U.S. strategic reserve will create a gold rush for Bitcoin and ultimately for crypto as well. Okay. And again, not a Bitcoin maxi. You guys always like to flame me in the comments. You're a Bitcoin maxi. I'm like, no, I'm not. So anyway, all right. So we'll see how this plays out. So again, the White House Crypto Summit starts today. It is today. It's later today after lunch. I think it starts at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. And what will really happen? What will we really get out of this? I will tell you this. When the announcement came last night that President Trump signed the executive order, the one that I showed you in this tweet, right? This one, where all of this right here. By the way, this is over on my Twitter account if you want to go check it out. Crypto went down 4 or 5%. Bitcoin went down 4 or 5%. And I think that people don't understand budget neutral means. I think they're having a hard time kind of getting their brain around that. And I would say that this is not what we were expecting the reserve, the crypto reserves to be. Again, Not the same thing as the U.S. Strategic Reserve. I always have to keep saying this, okay? Because they're different things. There's different moving parts here, right? So this, I kind of feel like people are like, I think that because all people are focusing on is like, oh, we're just going to keep the seized Bitcoin. We're really not going to have a plan to buy more, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then ultimately, it says they're going to have a different strategic reserve stockpile of ETH, XRP, ADA, Sol, and other cryptos. Is again, and the question I have, and I'm just going to shoot straight with you, is this the same thing that we got, the strategic reserve stockpile of these assets? Is that the same thing that we got an announcement on Sunday, this previous Sunday, right? So there's conflicting information here as far as, well, what was the thing we got announced on Sunday, this previous Sunday, that there's going to be a new strategic crypto reserve made up of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Cardano ADA? Is that the seized assets, like that the government currently owns? Again, don't know, right? And so there's conflicting information, and I think we need to again get clarification, right? Yeah. Okay. So White House Crypto Summit, is it going to be a thing or not? At this point, I mean, I can't sit here and tell you. I don't know. I mean, I think we will see what we see. And yeah, I mean, hey, I'm just a guy sitting here in my house in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, making some content for you guys, trying to figure this out as well, because we are seeing kind of conflicting information here a little bit, and we need to get a very clear, distinct black and white line, if you will. All right. So, all right. Hey, I've got a cool deal for you. If you want to get a new exchange, this is BTCC. They've been around for 14 years. They have spot, futures, leverage, all that kind of stuff. You have a 10% bonus on first-time deposits. Yeah, that's pretty freaking cool. So they're going to give you a 10% kicker on that. Okay, so it's all laid out here for you. There's extra bonuses up to 10,000 per year. Lots of good stuff. It's free to create an account. You do not need a VPN. Yes, you can be in the United States to get an account here. All that kind of stuff. Great exchange. Again, been around for 14 plus years. I like these guys. They're good stuff. And if you want help making even more money in crypto, then check out my trading indicator. It'll help you know when to buy and when to sell. This is Cardano. Buy alert, sell alert, up 70+%, give or take. Buy here, sell here, $1,000 bought here, sold here would have made you a profit of just about $700. There's a link in the description below, right down there. And you can get it a quarterly option, which is the cheapest. You can get it for about $1.15 or so a day. It's about what it costs. And there's a 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. So you get to try it for 30 days for free, really. Because if you don't like it, you get a complete refund. All right, this is the thank you page. You see everything's laid out here. These videos, when they load coming off my server, yeah, you'll see everything's laid out here step by step. And the cool thing is, the alerts, you can set up to get alerts. These are little pop-ups that'll come up on your mobile phone. It works on Android, Apple. You can use this anywhere in the world, all that kind of stuff. It tells you when to buy and when to sell. This is how you lock in profits and put those profits in your pocket. And oh, by the way, you can do that. You can use the software for stocks as well. So you can see this is Netflix. See right there, Netflix. And this is the Netflix charge, 295 days, 76% up. But it tells you when to buy and when to sell, so you can make even more money off stocks. You really get a 2-for-1 here. You get stocks and you get crypto. Okay, so give it a look, give it a shot. Check her out. Links in the description here on X as well. Links below here on X. That's below the video. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.